As Commander-in-Chief, my focus is on building the most powerful military of the future. As a first step, I'm asking Congress to fund a state-of-the-art Golden Dome missile defense shield to protect our homeland, all made in the USA. And Ronald Reagan wanted to do it long ago, but the technology just wasn't there, not even close. But now we have the technology. It's incredible, actually. And other places, they have it. Israel has it. Other places have it. And the United States should have it too, right, Tim, right? They should have it too. So I want to thank you. But it's a very, very important. This is a very dangerous world. We should have it. We want to be protected, and we're going to protect our citizens like never before.
As the Trump administration works to drastically shrink the U.S. government, Donald Trump is pushing the Pentagon to build what he calls a Golden Dome defense system to protect the country from long-range missile strikes. Now, this would be similar to Israel's Iron Dome, except Israel is only the size about of New Jersey, with America obviously much larger. Experts say it would be virtually impossible, but sources tell CNN the White House is signaling no expense will be spared to make this happen. Joining us to talk more about this is retired Air Force Colonel and CNN military analyst Cedric Leighton. Always good to see you, Cedric. Let's start first with this idea of a Golden Dome defense system for the United States of America. Could that even be effective in a country that is this geographically large?
Well, yeah, geographically large is, I think, a very relevant point here, Jessica, and it's great to be with you. The size of Israel is a little bit over 8,400 square miles. The United States has a square mileage of approximately 3.8 million square miles. So there's a large geographic difference between what the Iron Dome would cover and what the Golden Dome would cover just because of that geography. So normally what you have in a case like this is you look for the kinds of things that you want to protect. So you'd want to protect a city like New York City or Washington or San Francisco, and you'd want to make sure that everything is set up so that it would protect those areas. If an incoming missile goes after an area that is not populated, that is less of a risk than if it goes after an area that is populated or that is an important part of our infrastructure or our government. So those are the targets that you want to protect. So whatever they come up with when it comes to the Golden Dome is going to have to really concentrate on the areas that we think need the most protection. And that's going to, I think, drive the plans for it, the architecture of this, and also, of course, the costs.
It's also, so we think about it in terms of actual physical size. There's also the geography of this, which in Israel, obviously that is a country that is surrounded by nations that and territories that can attack it or have attacked it. In this case, the United States obviously has oceans on both sides, and then Canada and Mexico. Do you think we need a defense system like this?
Well, certainly not against either Canada or Mexico, and that's that's one thing that you have to look at. Where's the threat actually coming from? So, if the system is going to be designed to go after hypersonic missiles, which have a global or at least a potential global range, such as those that you find in Russia or in China, that would then be actually a different answer to your question, because the threat would actually come from overseas.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. Thus says the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, if you give me the spirit to do this lesson. In this lesson, I'm going into the Golden Dome. Okay, the Golden Dome of America. All right, which is not going to stop anything, man. It's all false hope that Trump and his people are talking about, referring to this Golden Dome to protect America from being destroyed. Okay, from missiles, from the nukes, I should say. Okay, but there's a point that I want to get into before I get into this chapter. But let me read verse 1 again. It says, thus says the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, against America, and against them that dwell in the midst of them. Okay, all the people, all right, that rise up against me, a destroying wind. Now, real quick, when you go to Psalms chapter 2, okay, referring to the rise up against me. Now, how do you rise up against Yahweh Bashim Shai? Okay, I'm going to read it real quick. Psalms chapter 2, start at verse 1. Why do the heathen rage? Okay, Esau and the other nations, and the people imagine a vain thing. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord. There you go. Against the Lord. Okay, rise it up against Yahweh Bashim Shai and against his anointed, saying, right, because when you come up against his anointed, okay, the hopeful elect, the men of the Lord, you are coming against Yahweh Bashim Shai. That's a fact. Okay, so when you go back into Jeremiah, matter of fact, let me continue reading. It says, against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, verse 3, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Right. He's going to laugh because Yahweh Bashim Shai is in control, not them at the end of the day. Verse 5, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. Right, man. Okay. And a big part of that wrath is the nuke missiles, man. That's going to be shot on America. That's going to be shot on Babylon. Okay. Now let's go back to Jeremiah chapter 51. Let's start at verse 1 again. It says, thus said the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me. I just broke that down. A destroying wind. Okay. Talking about that nuclear destruction, that lake of fire. Okay. Verse 2. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her. Right. The great whore. Okay. That's how you know it's talking about modern day Babylon in Revelations. It links to those chapters, 17th chapter and 18th chapter. It links. Okay. So it says that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble, they shall be against her round about. Right. All around, man. Okay. Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to put it in the spirit of Russia, China, Iran, these different nations, North Korea. Okay. And even part of their own. Okay. The EU, part of EU is going to shoot missiles on America. It talks about how the beast shall hate the whore. Okay. So think about that, man. So when Trump is talking about this golden dome, okay, because the fake Jews, they got something called the Iron Dome. All right. And you see what Iran did, even though, you know, they was just testing it out. But they was showing the fake Jews that we can touch you. Okay. Even with your Iron Dome, they was sending out certain amount to wear out the Iron Dome and then sending other missiles to come in. Okay. Or drones to come in. Okay. Proving to them that we can still touch you with your Iron Dome. Well, Trump is talking about a golden dome, the top standard of protection. Okay. But I just read on the second half of verse 2, for in the day of trouble, they shall be against her, against Babylon, round about. Okay. Verse 3, against him that bend, let the archer bend his bow. Right. Everybody with nuclear missile capabilities, man. Okay. With long range missiles that has that technology. Let him get ready, bend the bow. Okay. And against him that lift himself up in his bregadine. Okay. Talking about in his armor. Okay. And spare ye not her young man, destroy ye utterly all her host. Talking about total destruction, utter destruction. And what's going to do that? The nuclear missiles. That's what's going to do that. Verse 4, thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans. Talking about the elites. Okay, this is not referring to ancient Babylon. Okay, that's why it mentions her. Okay, in different details, so you know that it connects with Revelations. Okay, the daughter of Babylon, the great whore. Okay, her, that whore, the mother of all harlots. Okay, it says, and they that are thrust through in the streets, for Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his God. Right, the bones came back together. We waking up. Okay, and Yahweh Bashim Shai is dealing with us again right now as we speak. Okay, It says, of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel, flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquities, for this is a time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Okay, and it tells you in Revelation 17:18 that it's going to be double. Okay, it talks about how her sins have reached unto heaven. Okay, so when it says flee out of the mix of Babylon and deliver every man his soul, your mind, your spirit, this place is done, man. Okay, we just surviving and serving the Lord at this point. Okay, you do what you got to do. The economy is going down, so you try to get a little side here, do this and hustle, and pray on your way. Okay, and keep faith. Even though this place is crumbling, it's going to crumble while we're here, man. Okay, we're going to be in the mix. So you got to, get your mind ready for that spiritually, because we've been preaching about that for years. And now we see it coming. It's happening now. Okay, verse 7. It says, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. Right. Okay. All of America's ways and bullshit, man. Their bullshit doctrines and philosophies has destroyed many and destroyed nations. Okay. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Okay. American dream, my ass, man. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. And she can't. Okay, it's prophesied for America, Babylon, to be destroyed. Ain't no healing. Okay, Elon ain't gonna do shit. Okay, but try to deceive many and be destroyed after. That's it. Okay, they're not gonna fulfill what they're trying to fulfill, which is their enterprise, the beast system through AI. Okay, it talks about in Job chapter 20, the Lord shall rain on them while they are eating to move forward with what? Their enterprise, the New World Order. The Lord is going to rain on them. Okay, it talks about the glittering spear. All right, the nuclear missile, the long range missiles that's going to come from other countries all the way to America, all around about, man. Okay, and the Golden Dome ain't going to do shit. Ain't going to do nothing. America is going down. The prophecies cannot get interrupted, man. Yahweh Shemawashah ain't playing. We are at the end, that's for sure. Okay. Back at verse 9, it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Right. And eventually you're going to have different nations that are here, different heathens that are going to go back to their own country. They're going to be like, you know what? Hell no. I'm out of here, man. This ain't worth it no more. Okay. It ain't worth it no more, man. That's what it's coming to. Okay. You also got a lot of heathens who are here, but their family is in somewhere else, man. Somewhere in Africa. Okay. And they've been making money over the years and sending money back. And, things been going decent for them back home because of the money that they're able to send back. Well, guess what? With the economy going down fast, okay, it's going to get way worse. It's not going to be worth it anymore. All right. So you're going to have certain heathens that just go back. Okay. Let's go back to verse 10. The Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, Yahweh Shemawashah. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, okay, the Russians, for his devices against Babylon. Right, you hear that? Read it again. For his device, nuclear device, okay, army, okay, is against Babylon to destroy it. Right, man. Their technology that they have built up over the years, man. Okay, Yahweh Shemawashah put it in their minds for this time. Okay. It says, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Right. Verse 12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen Prepare the ambushes, for the Lord hath both devised and done that. Man, which he spoke against the inhabitants of Babylon. Okay, and how did he speak it? Through his prophets. There you go. Through his prophets. Okay. Verse 13. It says, O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. There you go. Okay, and that links right there to prove that it connects to Revelation 17 chapter. Let's read it again. Jeremiah 51 verse 13. O thou that dwellest upon many waters. That's the main part. Now let's go. I ended on this. Revelation 17 verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore, that woman, her, that sitteth upon many waters. Saying the same thing. Okay. Matter of fact, verse 2. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And I just read it talks about the golden cup. Okay, she had a golden cup, and the nations drunk of it, and they are mad. So you see how it links? Okay, so you know for sure it's talking about America, man. Okay, Jeremiah saw the prophecy of Babylon, aka America, being destroyed. Okay, and he wrote it down. Okay, there you go. And John the Revelator, he wrote it down. But it connects. It's the same prophecy. America being surrounded, being plotted on, okay, and being destroyed by long-range missiles with nukes on them. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so there's nothing that America can do. Nothing. Nothing, man. Okay, so we here. It's happening. All right, so just watch the show. So with that, I hope you're edified. I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, figure the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders, great millstone, and shalom to Yaakamath that is doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.
So Trump wants to build a golden dome akin to Israel's Iron Dome to protect us from missiles from anywhere in the world, and said he would spare no expense at doing this. While our economy is in the toilet, prices have gone up all over in every sector, jobs are being lost. Now he wants to build a golden dome.